So what is NolatLabs? It's many things. One thing that it is a class. You're in it. Design technology. One thing that it is a game. And you can see here that we've got gold, we have experience, we have reputation, we've got quests and loot that you gain. Hopefully it's fun to play. There's a store where you can spend your loot. There are rules that you should be following. And there's lots and lots of fun to be had, I believe, in making a class this way. NolatLabs is also an educational philosophy. It's an attempt to redefine the way that we do education. We are using some software called Game On, or gameful.me, the website is the software. And we are working with a number of other teachers around the world, in particular one in California named Mike Scotchko and his pal Mick, and they have created this software for us to attempt to change the way that learning happens at school. And I present about this at conferences. You'll notice this year that I will be recording parts of our class. It's okay, just ignore the camera. We're just going to use those shots as examples of how this looks for other teachers. NolatLabs is an attempt to completely change education. And as a result, it really doesn't feel like your other classes, as I'm sure you noticed already. The integrity that you have to have here is higher than you have to have in most of your other classes because of that great power that you've got to define your learning. NolatLabs is a tracking system. There's a blog here that you're going to be using on a daily basis. There's a scoreboard that tracks and your stats that track what you've done, how you're progressing. And maybe for you, that's really motivating. Maybe you like to see your reputation grow and you like to see your XP jump. And maybe that's great for you to get motivated to do DT. Maybe you prefer badges. Maybe you like to see the badge folder build as you fill in all of those badges that are possible. And that's your motivation. Or maybe most of this doesn't matter to you. Maybe all you want to do is what's required in the game so that you can really focus on the world life of DT and what you are building and doing here. That's great too, as long as you're doing the minimum for the tracking system, because this is how I see what you've done in your work in my class. This is how we record everything. Then that's fine. You don't have to do anything else. If you could care less about the store and the gold, no problem. But there are required elements. If we look at the map, we'll go look at last semester's daily jobs here. These daily jobs are required. Everybody must do them. If you miss a day, you can come back and you can see immediately what was important on that day because the daily job will tell you. That's your makeup. And there will also be weekly jobs. Have them on a separate map for last semester. I don't think I will do that again. But the weekly jobs are a check-in point for you to look back, reflect on what's happened, and give me an update about where you're at with your projects and your learning. This is absolutely crucial for us to communicate about your learning in my class, in NolatLabs, and in design technology. I need you to do these two. If you don't, the game will not work, and this whole structure that we've built to give you power and responsibility, your autonomy will be taken away because those are the required elements. So please make sure that you do at least the minimum, and all the parts that make sense and motivate you can be added on top of that. This is what NolatLabs is.